Hey guys, it's Kelly. Hey, I've got a little bit of time here and I thought I would share this with you. So I made this box over the last few days. Oh, I'm so in love with it. I just love it so much. And I followed a tutorial that was done by Sam Calcutt in the UK with Mixed Up Craft. I'll make sure and put the link below because I want to give credit where credit's due. I love her tutorials. She does some amazing projects to like a small dresser even. But this one was actually an Easter box that she did. It was a Valentine's Day box. And I wanted to do it for Christmas. So I made this one and I love how it came out. It was a lot of work though with all of the paper and all of so it's not that it's hard. It was just a little bit of time consuming just to get all your measurements right. But I want to show you, it's basically her take on an exploding box. And I made it and I wanted you guys to know that it's really not hard to make as long as you follow the instructions that she gives in her tutorial. And again, like I said, I'll link it below. But what this is basically an exploding box. So you got your lid, you lift that out. Now mine is filled with goodies. And basically what it does, it doesn't explode for you, but you can open it up. I have this covered because I have a sentiment in there because this is going to be somebody's Christmas present. And it says Merry Christmas. Then you put your sentiment right here. I have a couple die cuts that I did for, I had the sentiment. I decorated it. It really wasn't hard at all to decorate it. But the thing that I did different from her tutorial was I created lids on these little boxes. And it wasn't hard. I just measured. And it's a flip box. So I'll show you. And again, I took that from another tutorial of hers where she did the lid is attached. And I really like the hinge thing. I think that's cool. So in her tutorial, she put acetate things on here. I did not have the acetate. So I had to be creative. So I basically, and when you see the tutorial, it'll make sense. It's nice to be able to see what's in there. I kind of like the surprise though for Christmas. So my lids are just cut to size to cover the box. And then I used my hole punch once I bent this and just gave it a little finger thing. So it goes inside of the box. And the reason why I had to do that is because you need to carefully, the way that she has her measurements, it's so perfect to where it did allow for the space for me to put the lids on there. So, and with the acetate, it would go inside. So I had to make sure that whatever lid I used went inside and it fit well. So, and they hold so much, like they hold a lot. These are, these boxes are, hold on, I want to say they're 3. As far as deep, no, it's only 2. So 2 inches deep. A lot of the boxes that you do are only the 1 inch deep, like this lid. That's not deep enough to put some of these Ferrero Rocher, whatever, those chocolates everybody likes. It's kind of hard to do that. So the lids, again, I just measured it with a 1/2 inch more so I can glued that down there and measured it and put a 1/2 inch more here and just called it a day. And it works. So, but I love this. And then right here, I just used my envelope maker, my little 3-2-1 envelope or 1-2-3 envelope maker, and made an envelope, put it on here, and I'll put, you put a gift card or whatever you like in there. So this box was so cool. Oh, I love it. I won't be making this because I will give a link to the tutorial on how to do it because she does it really, really well. But it's such a sturdy box. I used, I think, 110 index card, but you can use 90-pound paper for this because if you glue it, you do get some rigidity with it. So love this. That is going to be a Christmas gift. But what I wanted to show you guys today was I made a box, just a flip box, the same size because I really liked that size. You can fit all kinds of stuff in here. Like you can roll up like a shirt or like a t-shirt or something. You could put tons of chocolate in here. It can also be a cookie box. So I could put, and I make cookies for Christmas. You could put a bunch of cookies in there. Now this one I made with paper, just cardstock. So it's not really thick here, but I did reinforce it at the bottom with some board, like chipboard. So it's nice and sturdy at the bottom. I haven't decorated it or anything, but I really thought that maybe you know, I've got some people out there, you guys might benefit from this. And it's basically just a box with a lid, but I really like the flip top, and it works nicely. So if you had something, a gift to give that would fit this box. And this box is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then it's, you know, like I said, 3 inches, is it? No, it's way deeper than that because this is the base. Oh no, 2 3/4. Yeah, it's about 2 3/4 deep. So it's a nice size box. You could fit a lot in there. And just for some really nice cookies, just for a neighbor or something, I thought that that would be great. So I will show you guys how to do this because I was going to make one real quick. So some of the papers that I chose are from a new collection I got. I think it was the... I don't remember the name of this collection, but any Christmas paper will do. It is... Anyway, I'm so short on time. I got some... This it's kind of cute. Not my favorite, but I'll make it work. I don't think I have the cover page here. There it is. So Carta Bella Paper Company. Kind of pretty. Yeah. It's got like a off-white, kind of like a, I don't know, like a rustic feel to it. I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't love it, but I don't not like it either. Okay. So to make that cool box, I feel like I'm all over the place. I am going to use this paper, and this is pretty good thick paper. And then this will be my lid. That's my plan. So the base of it, you will need a sheet of, you know what, I think I'll use, yeah, I'll use this cutter. I'll just use this one. You will need a big 12 by 12 sheet of paper cut down to 11.5 by 9 3/8. So let's do it like, let me cut this off. Well, we'll just, I don't care how my stripes are going. I'm not going to fuss over that. So I will do, let me think about this, 9 3/8. I'll just cut it. So 11.5 right there. Ooh, that's thick. Nice thick paper. It's a brand new blade too. It was struggling. 11.5 by 9 3/8. 1, 2, 3. Measure twice, cut once. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Love this paper. So cool. Ooh, gosh, it's so thick. I hope that I can fold it. I just dawned on me that I might have a hard time with that. So that is your base. 11.5, again, I'll say it again, 11.5 by 9 3/8. And then the lid, you need it to be 8 1/4, which this piece, if I remember right, is exactly 8 1/4. If I cut off the white, yes, it is. Hallelujah. I love it when a plan comes together. So the measurements for the lid are 8 1/4. And this is where I have had a hard time with this in the past. My lids sometimes don't fit. But what I love about her tutorials is that she acknowledges that and she has a plan for it. So the way that you cut this is you're going to cut it at, and some people have a hard time with the measurements. So you want it to be just under 6 1/4 and just over 6 1/8. So that would make it 3/16. So 6 3/16. So you need it, here's my 6 mark. Hopefully you guys can see, oh, I'm crying out loud. Let me get you there. So this shows your 16ths marks. Some of them don't, but this one you want it just under 6 1/4 and just over 6 1/8. So that would make it right here. And that will allow for the little bit of movement, the little bit of extra that you need for your to slide over your project. So hopefully that makes sense. So let me lock that and put this away. Let me bring out my scoreboard. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score the base, the actual box. You're going to score this one. I don't like to use this score on here. I want to use my own bone folder. You are going to score it on the long side, 2 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 5/8. I can't see it. And then at 8 7/8. Okay, then you're going to turn it. And then you're going to score it again at 2 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then at 6 3/4. I had to write them all down. Again, I can't take credit for this, guys. I give credit where credit's due, and Sam has got this down to a T. She does such a good job. I'm having a hard time seeing those score lines, so I know you can't. But we got that scored. And then the lid, let me make sure I got the right piece. 6 1/4, just under 6 1/4, 8 1/4. Okay, that should be perfect. And then the lid, you cut long side, square line, take it out. Oh, you just score this one at 1 inch on all 4 sides. That's right. 1 inch. You know what? Hold on. That's not where I want to score it because I want it to. Yeah, that's where I want to score it. It doesn't really matter, I guess. In the grand scheme of things, just 1 inch on all 4 corners. Nice and thick paper. So let me go ahead and put that away. Okay. So, yeah, see, I should have done that the other way, but that's okay. Since I screwed that up the first time, I'm just going to score it now. So you want to score and burnish all those lines really good. Really, really good, because you're going to have to make some really tight angles here. Okay. That sucker's ready to go. It's nice and thick paper. I love it. All right. Sometimes with the thick paper it cracks, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope that it doesn't happen. If it cracks, I'm not gonna freak out. So I am doing a video live, bud. You good? Mm-hmm. All right. So once we got this together, we're gonna cut some of these out and we're gonna bring these corners in. So on the long side, what I found on the long side is I'm going to cut this one and then take a wedge out of each one and then bring it in this way. So on the long side, you cut it all the way up to this first score line. Hard to see with the pattern paper. Once you do that, then you're going to take a wedge out of this. Now let me double check and make sure. Yes, that's exactly how I want to do it. So the reason why I take a wedge out here, for those that don't know, is because getting that together, sometimes you got a little overhang here. And you kind of don't want that because it doesn't, you want it nice and clean and tidy. So if you take a wedge out of each one here, just a small one, it doesn't have to be a huge chunk, just a small one, just like a triangle off of both sides, just up to the score line. That will clean it up for you. Then we'll do it again over here. And you know you've got score lines here, and it gets a little lumpy there. So what I do in this case is I cut to the right of the score line because I know I'm going to take a wedge out here. So I want to take that lumpy piece out of my wedge. Because if you leave it on here, it won't give you a perfect right angle in the box. And you need that perfect right angle so that your lid goes on there nice and clean. I love how thick this paper is. So I just take a little bit off. If I need to take more off, I can. Ooh, it's hard to see. There we go. And then you do the same thing on this side. So to the right of my bumpy score line. And then take off my wedges. And then here, sorry. I gotta see my score line. I gotta bend it because I'm having a hard time seeing it. Don't want to overshoot it because that'll really mess it up. Take my wedge. And I don't know Sam. I wish I did. I think she's amazing. I really respect her and really love the way that she's doing her projects and stuff, and she shares this stuff with us, and she does it so well. She's just someone I found on YouTube, and I just wanted to share with you guys because I think, oh my gosh, what a cute box. I love it. So then all you do is you take your glue. This is my glue of choice, the Bearly Art Precision Craft Glue, my absolute favorite of all time. It also adds a little bit of bulk to it. I like it. So you're just going to take your edges and make sure you go all the way to the corner. You can use score tape if you want, or red tape, whatever. I'm a fan of the liquid tape because the liquid glue. The reason why is because it lets me wiggle it around in here and get that perfect angle that I need to get for my box. So push it together and get your angle how you need it. And then press it down. You're going to do that on all 4 of those sides. It's a little awkward here. I know there's a better way to do this. I'm just in a hurry. Okay, and then you bring that up. Get my angle. Push it down, squish that glue out. And the same thing on these sides. I love the size of this box. I don't know about you guys, but it gives me options. Like if I want to put something smaller in there, I could just fill the void with tissue paper if I chose to, right? So I'll bring this up. Get my angle good and tight. And then this last one, I just like to, hopefully you can see that, I just like to fold it down and glue it that way. I get as close to the edges as I can. There it goes. See, it comes together in no time. And I love it with the design paper because it's got, just the more I make these, the more in love I fall with them. Okay, so there's the box. Let's let that dry. Now to do the lid, it is, oh wait, it's right here. Hello. So for the lid, you're just going to cut these and pull them in, all the corners. But what I want to do is make one of these a hinge. So if that's the case, what I want to do is only cut, so you've got 4 corners here. There's no easy way. I've got 1, 2, 3 corners. So I'm going to cut away these 2 corners entirely. And that will be the one where I'm going to put it at the back of the box. Now I want to find my front. I don't think it's going to matter. So I will glue it to the back, and then that will be the flip lid. Okay. I'm looking at this design. I'm not 100% crazy about it, but it's happening. So, all right. So on this one, I can see the score lines a little bit better here. So I'm going to cut this out entirely, make it as straight as I possibly can. All the way up to that first score line, and get that out of there entirely. And I want to make sure that that's nice and no bumps on there. Perfect. I want to get that little bit of the score line out of there because it makes it kind of messy. And then this side, what you're going to do is you're going to cut it and then fold it in. So it's going to come in like this. So I want these tabs to come over. So if I cut it like this, oh gosh, yes. Cut it like that. I want that little bit off of there. And then you're going to cut a wedge right here. Really tiny one and a little tiny one right here. Not a whole lot. Just a little, because you can always take more off if you need to, but you can't add it back. You can, but it sure would be ugly. Phone was ringing, sorry guys. All right, and then we'll take a little wedge off of there. And then a wedge off of here. Oh, it's a little bit more than I usually take, but that's okay. Okay, and then these will come in like this. And I definitely want to make sure that I burnish this really, really good. Because the lid is going to really need to close nice on there. Okay, so now glue your tabs in. Make sure you got a nice angle there. And the other recommendation too is to put it on your box and then close it and make sure that it's not too tight. But the way that she does her measurements, she accommodates for it, so you can count on it. That's why I like to definitely recommend following her tutorial, because she makes sure that she accommodates just that 1/16 of an inch that is needed to accommodate the lid. And I have done many boxes, and not all have turned out the way I like them. I got a little bit of overhang over there, but I'm just not going to worry about it. There we go. And then for this, you just glue it on the back. And then I'm going to reinforce that, because that needs to really, this is my hinge, so it needs to be easily moved. So you might want to do it both ways. Needs to be move friendly. I don't like the underside of that, but whatever. If I don't, I could probably cover that. It doesn't really go very well, but whatever. Whatever. It's going to be just, wait, am I doing that? Yes. I'm doing it right. And Sam in her videos, she makes it look so easy. And she's prepared already. I love that. And she does this for a living, so God love her. Wish I could, but I just can't. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that that is right up on there where it needs to be. With that score line. Close it. Oh, and that works beautifully. So I need to make sure I give my glue time to catch. Open it up. And push it down. I didn't put enough glue. I should probably put a little bit more, but you get the gist of what I'm doing here. So there it is. Super easy. And you know, these flopping out, I mean, if you keep reinforcing, it'll wind up sticking in there, and I'll show you. Gets a little bit better. But yeah, and then you can put whatever you want on this. Again, my design paper choice was really not very good. It really didn't work very well. But putting that aside, how cool is that? So it's definitely big enough to fit all kinds of stuff in there. Like, gosh, what could I, like, I could put like all kinds of stuff in here. Yeah. So, but again, if you're going to put something really heavy, all you have to do is cut some chipboard and reinforce it at the bottom and put some chipboard at the bottom. This is going to serve the purpose for what I'm going to use it for this Christmas. But I really like that. When it's closed, it looks nice. But it's very, very cute. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you give it a shot and go check out Sam's tutorial if you really like the this box that is like crazy. I'm just obsessed with it. Like, ugh. And I love this little, so here's the thing. If you want to give somebody a gift card or cash, you know, this is such a cool way to do it, because it's not just here's a card and here's some money. I put time and effort into making this, and there's candy in there too, and there's messages, and it's cute. And then you've got your surprise here, you know, in there. And I'll just put like a glue dot or Velcro or something on this so you can lift it up. But how cute is that? I just think it's great. And if you've got the time to make something like this, I definitely recommend it, because again, it's not hard. It took a little bit of time to make it, but it's just about cutting your papers and having the right papers that all match. Oop, got to put my lid this way. And I will literally, because there's a lot going on with the busy paper, I'm just going to put a white bow on here and my tag, which I made a special tag with some of this, which I love. So yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays, all that good stuff. And I will have more to come. Thanks, guys. Bye.